Jerusalem. The invading force was between 25 to 30,000, against around 35,000 Israelis. Although the invasion was under the nominal command of King Abdullah of Transjordan, each country made its own plans.
Abdullah had been having secret but inconclusive negotiations with Jewish leaders about carving up Palestine between them. He also wanted to add Lebanon and Syria to his kingdom to make an Arab superstate. No wonder other Arab leaders didn't trust him. They didn't trust each other either. They'd all have liked a piece of Palestine for themselves, and destroying the Jewish state at birth would have made them into national heroes. But they knew their capacity to do it was limited.
Some of the Arab states went to war just to satisfy the ambitions of their common classes. Some of the Arab states wanted to prevent King Abdullah from controlling more areas from the Arab states. Some of the states were forcing themselves to go to war, otherwise the Arab people will call them traitors.
Most of the invading troops were like Egypt's, well armed but badly trained and led. Egypt's King Farouk sent his men to war against the advice of his government. Transjordan's Arab Legion was commanded by British officers. It was the most effective Arab fighting force, but small, 8,000 men. It only fought for land allocated to the Arabs by the partition plan and in Jerusalem.
The
Jordanians consider Jerusalem and Palestine as the diamond of the Middle East. Because of the spiritual and religious significance we have as Muslims and Arabs. So we considered the capture of Jerusalem as our incentive as Jordanian fighters, and we fought hard to defend it.
For the first month after the invasion, it was touch and go for the Israelis.
The old city of Jerusalem was under attack by the Jordanian army, so we were stretched all over the place, and there were very, very few units who were free to fight everywhere else. And the situation at that time, I think, was the most critical during the War of Independence.
Kibbutz Ramat Rachel, near Bethlehem. Here the Israelis fought to stop the Egyptians linking up with the Arab Legion to encircle Jerusalem. The building behind me was the dining hall here at Kibbutz Ramat Rachel. It was the strongest building in the place on the highest point, and it was there that the Israelis set up their headquarters and decided to make their stand.
You know, it's been 60 years since I was here last. 60 years, that's a long time.
It sure is.
There's the wall and all those pocket marks from the bombardment, from the shelling.
You were up here when you were wounded. What happened?
The truth is, I don't know what happened. A shell exploded in my face and I got covered with shrapnel all over my body. I couldn't see. I thought I was blind.
The Israelis held on to Ramat Rachel, but the Arab Legion kept up the pressure on Jewish-controlled Jerusalem by cutting the supply route from Tel Aviv. To reopen it, the Israelis tried and failed repeatedly to take Latrun, a strong point on the Jerusalem road. The first time they thought it was defended by Palestinian irregulars. Instead, they faced well-dug-in professionals from the Arab Legion.
We were encountered by a tremendous fire of machine guns and mortars and so forth. The heat was absolutely about 40, 42 degrees and in the shadow. We didn't have enough water, of course, and people were hit all the time. Now, I myself, I was wounded first time in the morning. I got a bullet in my shoulder, and then about 10 o'clock I got another shrapnel in my chest. And the situation was hopeless, as far as we are concerned.
In Jerusalem's walled Old City, the Jewish quarter fell to the Arab Legion. Over 1,000 Jewish civilians lost their homes. Almost 23,000 Palestinians left districts of the city captured by Jewish forces during the war. The Legion kept the Jewish-controlled west of the city under siege, but never risked trying to capture it.
I think that people fired.
For the Israelis, the breakthrough was finding a cross-country route to ferry supplies and pump water that bypassed the Arab Legion's positions.
We assembled 13 jeeps. One of them belonged to Ben Gurion. We loaded them with about more than half a ton per jeep, medical supplies, ammunition, weapons. We knew exactly what the situation in Jerusalem is.
How important was it for the Jewish forces to hang on in Jerusalem?
It's unbelievable how people felt about Jerusalem. They knew that without Jerusalem there is no Jewish state.
On the southern front, the Egyptian army advanced north towards Tel Aviv, avoiding smaller Israeli settlements. But Kibbutz Yad Mordechai was too big to ignore. On the 24th of May, Egyptian armor and infantry attacked.
Here in front of me, I have no bullets and I have no rifles to reach them. I need a mortar, I need something. And I was very, very angry that I can't shoot. They're in front of me. And I can't do nothing because the distance is too wide. I have no rifle, I have no ammunition and no aims to defend myself or to attack them.